Shares in the globally connected Swiss bank Credit Suisse plunged and dragged down other major European lenders. The steep drop unfolded as fears about deeper problems in the world banking system spread in the wake of bank failures in the United States. At one point, Credit Suisse shares lost more than a quarter of their value, hitting a record low after the bank's biggest shareholder told news outlets that it would not inject more money into the bank, which was beset by problems long before the U.S. failures. The turmoil prompted an automatic pause in trading of Credit Suisse shares on the Swiss market.
Yeah, I'm really keeping a close eye on Credit Suisse. That to me is really, much more concerning, and depending on how that works out over the next, couple of days and even this weekend, I do think that is something that certainly can have, very broad implications for the market and, the global financial system.
The recent failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, which catered mostly to the tech industry, have many concerned. They were the second and third biggest bank failures in U.S. history, after all. Luckily, depositors at those banks were eventually able to get access to their money.
If the damage had spread across our financial system, the deposits and savings of tens of millions of families and small businesses could have been at serious risk. Today, as we speak, thankfully, our banking system is stable, thanks to the work of the Biden administration, the Federal Reserve, and the FDIC on Sunday. I thank the President, the Federal Reserve, and the FDIC for taking swift action to preserve confidence in the banking system.
But the domino effect spread slightly because, people panic, especially when it comes to money. Wall Street's harsh spotlight has intensified across the banking industry recently on worries about what may crack next following SVB's and Signature Bank's failures. Stocks of U.S. banks tumbled again today after enjoying a brief one-day respite yesterday. The heaviest losses were focused on smaller and mid-sized banks, which are seen as more at risk of having customers try to pull their money out en masse. Larger banks also fell, but not by quite as much. Credit Suisse has been fighting troubles for years.
Yeah, I think Credit Suisse, and if it's not necessarily the bank itself, it's going to have to be, the Swiss government and maybe include the ECB. But I think they're going to have to take some sort of action in order to shore up investor confidence, within the next couple of days or this weekend.
Despite the worries, the Prime Minister of Spain reassured the public today.
Porque Europa ahora mismo tiene un sistema de supervisión reforzado.
PM Pedro Sanchez says European banks are much more robust than before the previous financial crisis and better able to cope with financial stress.